Welcome, fiends, to the Best of Shock Theater, Volume 2. I have uncovered some rare footage, and rare it is, not medium, rare. And it was found in the deepest, darkest, dankest dungeon of my castle. So sit back, relax, and enjoy yourselves as we walk through the world of monsters and strange creatures, at least strange creatures. The Best of Shock Theater, Volume 2, where every day is Halloween.
Take it all off.
All righty.
Oh, it feels so good.
Oh, you better believe it.
Hi, my name is Rhonda Aiken, and I have a confession to make. At the tender age of 16, I was romantically serenaded to by a monster. And you know what? I think I liked it.
Driving me insane. You broke my will, but what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great for the fire. I had your love, but I thought it was funny. You came along and moved. I changed my mind. This love is fine. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Kiss me, baby. Oh, feel so good. Hold me, baby. Oh, I want to love you like a lover should. You're fine, so kind. I gotta tell this world that you're mine. And I chew my nails out and I twiddle my thumbs. I'm real nervous, but it sure is fun. Come on, baby, drive me crazy. Goodness gracious, they balls of fire. Gracious, great balls of fire!
first started working with Dr. Creep at WKEF, we were an independent station. We did everything ourselves. We wrote our own scripts, which you can probably tell. We made our own costumes. We did everything, from doing the cameras to setting up between takes. We were like a family. We were working together to put a show together. We all enjoyed it, and it's one of my fondest memories from my youth. I thank Dr. Creep for the experience he gave me.
You got it, Harry.
Oh, ho, ho, you and me, little black bag, how I love thee. Oh, ho, ho, you and me, little black bag, how I love thee. There was a man in London town who carried a black bag all around. With a big long knife he made his fame. Jack the Ripper was his name. Oh, ho, ho, you and me, little black bag, how I love thee. Oh, ho, ho, you and me, little black bag, how I love thee. He'd find his victims late at night and wait until the time was right. Then reach into his bag of black. Quite the cut-up was old Jack. Oh, ho, ho, you and me, little black bag, how I love thee. Oh, ho, ho, you and me, little black bag, how I love thee. Finding him was very hard. Just ask the boys at Scotland Yard. He'd do his horrible work, they say. Then in the fog he'd slip away. Oh, ho, ho, you and me, little black bag, how I love thee. Oh, ho, ho, you and me, little black bag, how I love thee. They never caught him, so beware. He may still be around somewhere. If you see a man with a bag that's black, run for your life, it might be Jack. Oh, ho, ho, jump for joy. Jack the Ripper, you're my boy. Oh, ho, ho, you and me, little black bag, how I love thee. Go, Jack, go. Oh, that boy really tears me up. He cuts everybody. You're sharp, Jack, sharp. Swing, you Ripper.
It's time for UX for Dayton's creepiest game show where no one walks away alive. And now your host, Dr. Creep.
Thank you, Don Pardo. You know, you see at the top of every NBC show the NBC Peacock, but she never gets to perform any place, and she's a devotee of the dance. Ever since she saw Sally Rand with those fantastic fans, and she has some fantastic fans herself, folks. So here's the NBC Peacock. We're fulfilling her wish as she dances the hula. And take it away, NBC Peacock.
Yes, Dr. Creep. How are you?
Oh, Adolphus no good, Nick. And you're up to no good, I know.
You better believe it, Creep. Once again, my evil genius has devised a new plot to take care of you, Creeper.
And what's that?
I have in my hands my ingenious shrinking ray.
I think you're out of your gourd, Adolphus.
And I am going to shrink you, Creeper, and stick you in this little box right here.
Never, never.
Stand back. Here I go.
I feel strange. What's happening to me? Oh,
I've been wanting to do that for a long
strange.
time. And now to stick you inside this little cage I have here.
Where am I? A strange looking...
How do you feel
dungeon.
there, Creep? Ah,
Oh.
Chicka.
Watch it there, guy. Get... You really want this pie, right?
Give me pie.
Give me pie?
Yeah.
A little bit louder, okay?
Give Trog pie!
You heard him now, didn't you? Give Trog pie. All right. You said, now say it one more time.
Give me a pie!
Okay. You have got the pie. And I know you loved every minute of it, right? Okay.
Let it snow.
And now, to complete the torture. Yes.
Complete
I
the
have
torture?
devised for you something else, Dr. Creep. Try this for the worst
What's
torture
that?
in the world. Your clone.
Oh, no, not my clone. One Dr. Creep's enough.
This ought to take care
I
of
can't
you,
take it.
Dr.
No,
Creep.
no. Hey, I'm Dr. Creep, and I have a deal for you. You can be on Shock Theater just like me. You can be a star. My request. Now what? It's going to take me all summer to clean up, you know that? Let's hear it for the peacock, right? Isn't this video getting weird or what? I'd like to let you in a little bit of a secret. We had some wild parties, yes we did, and a lot of dancing on Shock Theater. Too bad you can't see what went on when the cameras weren't rolling. It was strictly wild.
They did the Monster Mash. Each was a graveyard smash.
Pretty wild place and party, huh, Creep?
Yes, some really bizarre people over
You
here.
got a pretty nifty drink there, huh?
Yes, I do. It's called the Demon Brew, and it tastes really good. Would you like to try it?
Oh, I don't think so, Creep. I see a fly in it there.
A fly?
I got fly swatter. Where's my fly swatter?
It's the curse of the fly.
Up.
Uh-oh.
He's got a head like Vincent Price.
Yeah, that's right. And he even talks like Vincent
does,
Price.
yeah.
You know, there's an interesting game going on over here, and I think I'll check it out
there
at
it
our
is.
party, okay?
What is it?
I don't know what it is. Let me check. Strange people. Hello. What are you doing?
Say, we're bobbing for leaves.
Bobbing for leaves?
Why, sure.
Strange. Oh, I wonder if his name is Lucille. It's a fine time to leave me loose wheel. Okay. And over here on this one side here, we are shooting for the world's record in coffin stuffing. And let's open it up here. All right, gang, you can come on out now. Do you prefer mashed potatoes or stuffing?
Oh, Dr. Creep, we prefer stuffing because we're stuffed. Oh, goodness gracious.
My favorite game is Pin the Tail on the Werewolf. There he is, 4 on the floor. All righty.
Watch
Hey,
it, it's gonna hurt, it's gonna hurt, I know it is.
I think it's going to hurt. She can't find his tail.
This is the ballad of Dr. Creep. Live in the dungeon, dark and deep. Come out at night while you are asleep, and it haunts the streets of Dayton. He's the victim of a witch's curse. Sleeps in a coffin, and what's worse, drives a big black Cadillac curse, but just he sits outside the waiting. Oh yeah. All that doesn't seem to get to me, but what's been bothering me? what is the man all black and white doing on my color TV? I ask you, what is the man all black and white doing on my color TV? Oh yeah. El Creepo Maximo.
Before the movies learned to talk, Lon Chaney drew sound from his audience, and it was frequently a scream. The man of 1,000 faces was a master of makeup and of his craft. He portrayed every kind of outcast known to man, and some that were unknown until he portrayed them. He played in approximately 150 movies, all of them silent but one, the sound remake of a silent picture in which he also starred, The Unholy Three, and he played 2 parts in both. He is probably best remembered for 3 other roles, that of the vampire in London After Midnight, the title role in The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and his classic portrayal of the Phantom of the Opera. Lon Chaney did not need the spoken word to send shivers down the spines of moviegoers. He manufactured them from his makeup kit and through his talent as an actor. In these days of studio makeup men, it is sometimes difficult to imagine that Lon Chaney was his own. He created his 1,000 faces and applied them each with his own hand. Often they were sheer agony, but such was the dedication of this man who crept inside some of the most misunderstood creatures on earth and impressed his own personal stamp on each individual characterization. He died August 26th, 1930, but he left 2 legacies. One was his son, Lon Chaney Jr., who chilled audiences in movie theaters for the next 43 years until his death on July 12th, 1973. The other was his movies. Lon Chaney still lives on the silent screen and in the hearts and in the memories of those who have seen the master at work.
Hi, my name is Shar, and I'm a creepaholic. I was hooked on shock theater. I thought I had it under control, but I kept coming back to it year after year as the vampire Mysteria. Finally, I hit rock bottom with a bad case of the dark shudders.
Welcome to Dark Shudders, the program that asks the question, can a poor but honest monster maker, whose lot in life turned into a quicksand bog, patch up his dreams and his romance with flour and water? This is the cafeteria at trance-like state, taste bud in the mouth of a starving institution where throngs of dedicated surgeons and their assistants seek to satisfy their hunger for learning. As we join young Dr. Creep, he is basking in the expected glory of the plan that will regain him his membership to the board of directors. A plan that would never have materialized were it not for his trusted assistant, Nurse Trueblood, and her scientifically inclined father.
I'm glad we decided to have lunch early, Nurse. It'll give me time to think of those life and death decisions I have to make this afternoon while basking in the glory of our plan to save this grand old institution.
But Doctor, you never gave me a chance to tell you how you could repay me for getting my father to donate 50,000 pints of blood.
I know, Nurse, but I can't. I can't think of marriage at this point in my career. I have too many places to go, too many things to do, too many girls to see. Too many monsters to create.
Marriage? Who was talking about marriage? I only wanted you to give me the care of the patient in room 13, but you interrupted me before I could finish my sentence.
Then you don't want me to give up everything here and marry you? Ah, nurse, you're a princess, a gem. Ah, you had me worried there. But as for the patient in room 13, I can't ask that of you either. It's too dangerous. Even I have to go into that room with whip and chair.
He doesn't have any faith in my ability as a nurse, Siegfried.
How can you say that? Didn't I recommend you as a board member?
Oh, dear. This is bad.
You mean?
Yes. A swarm of vampire bats has invaded my father's laboratory. And they have drunk up all the artificial blood.
Why me? Why me?
What cruel twist of fate caused those vampire bats to swarm? Will Nurse Trueblood's father be able to mix up another 30,000 pints of artificial blood in time? Will young Dr. Creep still be able to get back on the board, or be forced to walk the plank? And what is the sinister secret of the patient in room 13? Tune in next week for another chapter in the continuing drama of Dark Shutter.
This operating room, we used it several times. In fact, we did a parody called Dark Shutters, with Charbel as my stupid nurse. And boy, was she stupid. She needed a brain.
Doctor, because you are so mean. I mean, really.
Mean? I'm mean?
Well, you interrupt. You just kind of say negative
Let me tell you a little bit about
things.
Duffy the dog. He's been wanting to challenge your mental prowess, which is not hard, for some time, so take it away.
Well.
4, 3, well, what do you know?
Dear Doc, remember the kind of night everyone says they'd never put a dog out on? Well, about a week ago, I was out on it. I got caught between Lumberton and Wilmington in a raging thunderstorm and couldn't find a bed to crawl under. I didn't get a wink of sleep, so consequently, I had to go around all day with doggy bags under my eyes. That's hardly the way to impress a prospective employer, especially when you keep going to sleep at his feet. I did manage to find temporary employment at the local rent-a-dog agency, but when I stipulated that I wouldn't chase cats, there weren't too many renters interested. I did spend an afternoon watching an elderly couple's house while they were out of town, but I got so bored, I was actually hoping someone would try to break in so I could get some exercise chasing him away. The crowning insult in my job search came the other day when the owner of a junkyard turned me down because he said I didn't look mean enough. I would have thought my size would have made up for that. I suppose it's just as well. Junk never was my thing anyway. I don't even like junk food. I did have one fun job I really enjoyed. They had a parade and the fire department's dog had run away, so I was hired to ride in the truck during the parade. It was almost like the old days, sitting up there and waving to the kids and having them wave back. More recently, I was entertaining some kids at the park with my famous impersonations. Imagine my surprise when the dog catcher grabbed me right in the middle of my curbstone setter routine. It seems my dog license hadn't been renewed. I'm still hoping you could find something for me to do there at my old stomping grounds. I work fairly cheap, you know. All it would cost would be a few pounds of dog food a week and maybe a soup bone on holidays. And of course, the price of a new license. I'd be only too glad to break my leash at this dog pound, and you know I always carry my own papers. Please keep me advised of the situation there. If you believe in Duffy, bark, and I'll come running. Duffy, man's best friend. I believe, yes I do, I believe. And I hope you do come running. Duffy, man's best friend as well as Dr. Creep. It's time now for Up Close and Personal. And it's a pleasure for me to have within our studios here at Dayton 22, the president of the American chapter of the Godzilla fan club, Chester Collarbone, and from Japan, his counterpart, Hiwara Takitai, the president of the Godzilla fan club of Japan.
Now, I understand that you're going to interpret for Hiwara.
That's right. He don't speak English, and he'd like to give you a gift.
A gift?
Yes.
I'll take it.
Creepy-san, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Suzuki, Godzilla.
He says, here's your doll, Creep.
Here's my doll?
Yeah.
Hey, that is really nice.
That's
I thought
an
I was at
official Godzilla doll
I thought I
from
was at a
Japan.
consumer Japanese convention or something. I love that. Right. Now, do you have any American products?
Well, yes, we do. As a matter of fact, we made those for them, and they make our little products here, by gosh. It's kind of a little exchange we do here, and this is what we give our new members. There, can you see that sucker walk?
Yeah,
There he is.
I love. It's not walking too well, though.
Come on now. Ah, well.
Okay. Now, do you have any hats?
What? Well, yes, we do. That's right. Our club, we wear hats just like a lot of fan clubs.
Uh-huh.
It looks like this. I brought one with me so you can see it.
Uh-huh.
There we go. And then we sing our Godzilla theme song.
Godzilla theme song?
G-O-D-Z-I-L-L-A, that's Godzilla. He is a favorite kind of fella, scarier than Boris or Bella. G-O-D-Z-I-L-L-A, he can't be beat. He's the biggest, he's the best, he's ahead of all the rest. Godzilla, he's neat.
I love that,
Kind of
Chester.
dumb, I feel like a fool, but...
How embarrassing. You know that guy, John Regi, was the one that played Hiwara Takitai, Felix Foppy, and many, many other characters in our Dr. Creep shows, but now he's writing for Gary Shandling and producing some of his shows, and he's also been appearing on Dennis Miller, he's been on Seinfeld, and me. Well, nowadays I've got a paper route and I'm doing real well.
You better stay away.
Does he have a Japanese song?
Well, yes, you do. Toyota Kawasaki Sansui.
Toyota Kawasaki Sansui. I was gonna.
Of course, you have to do the Japanese Godzilla ritual if you want to join in Japan, and we're going to do that right now here for you.
Okay.
We're going to actually make me an honorary member here on the show today. So
Of the Japanese
That's
end
right,
of
that's
the
right.
Godzilla fan club. Okay. This seems to be a very solemn ceremony. Is that a samurai warrior there?
Something like it.
Mishu Arakawa. I've seen him in many of those Japanese flicks.
Yeah. See if I can get my nose in there.
Don't drown, okay?
Yes. No, I actually have some tapes of old dinosaur songs.
Old dinosaur sounds?
That's right.
Can we hear them?
Why, certainly. Roll the tape, boys.
There it goes now.
No, the tape of the old dinosaur sounds.
Dinosaur sounds? That sounds like dinosaur sounds.
Yeah, kind of like it. Shall we dance?
Yeah, hey, all right.
You lead beautifully.
Get off my right foot.
Many times, early in the morning, we'd show up on the set, and Dr. Creep would say, I like that idea, and we'd just go out and ad-lib it and wing it. One time we were showing Willard, and I was playing with a rubber rat, I believe, and for some reason, next thing I know, he's introducing me, and I had to come out and do a little rat yo-yo kind of work. It was a crazy show. We never knew what was going on. A lot of weirdos out there.
And he's going to demonstrate the toy that came out of our movie Willard.
This is all on the wrist now here,
And the wrist,
Doc.
okay.
Yeah, you gotta get a good wrist. You gotta get yourself
Okay.
a good, healthy rat. You want
All
a
right.
good, healthy one, a lot of bounce to him. You want a nice, sturdy tail to hang on to.
Okay.
All right, now here's your basic motion.
Okay, basic
Whip
motion.
that sucker down like that, see?
Uh-huh.
And you can work him into around the rat.
Around the rat?
Around the rat. Look at that little sucker's
Fantastic.
eyes open up, would you?
Hey.
All right, now this is rocking the rat.
Rocking the
Rocking the
rat, huh?
And then, of course, rocking the rodent. That's a little variation.
Uh-huh.
You know, whoops, I got him hung up there. Let me try that again. Wait a minute, I got to rewind the tail here.
Boy, you are really dexterous with this thing here.
Hold on now.
Okay, loosening up. Is that the way you do it? Hey, anybody can do this?
That's right.
Uh-huh.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
All right, I got it.
All right, let's see that. Rocking
started
the
here.
rat. Okay.
There we go. Now, that's tough. That's tough stuff there.
Really tough.
This is pro.
And how did you win that championship?
Well, I paid somebody off. I'll tell you the truth. I cheated.
Get out of here!
First time I saw his face, I said, hey, look at that. I play with the knobs and the aerials on my TV set. Black and white was all I could get on that crazy character's face. So I said, hey, I know what I do. I go down to TV 22 to see if his facial color was true when he invited me into his place. Oh, and he seemed like a very nice fellow. But still what's bothering me? Hey, what is the man in all black and white doing on my color TV? What is the man in all black and white doing on my color TV?
Right,
Yeehaw!
Hit him up! Move him out!
Hi, man, are you available for my sister's wedding?
Hello. The year was 1972. Shock Theater had been terrorizing the audience for 8 months now. Then a depraved young boy was born in August. His name, Andy Kopp. Me, every Saturday night, in his little Dr. Creep pajamas, he would settle into the couch and watch Shock Theater. These crazed and wild images of Dr. Creep and his films led to a depraved life of adulthood. His sense led to me as a special effects makeup artist on such films as My Sweet Satan and Charlie's Family, which then led to me directing my own insane films, starting with The Mutilation Man. All of this from a childhood led by Dr. Creep. Here's to the doctor.
Duffy, you've got a problem. If you're looking at my sister, she'll turn you to stone. The movie's over with, and we have a special guest, and his name is Pierre Gosway. Step on out here, Pierre.
Hi, thank you, thank you.
And
Stuffy in that box.
From our motion picture, The Mummy, you've brought us some fashions, everyday fashions.
That's right, Pierre Gosway's famous mummy fashions. These go with the dietary things for wrapping and stuff, you know, that is so crazy. Now, let's bring out the first one here, shall we? Come on out here a moment, just modeling here. These are the finest models in all Egypt. Come on out, this is the preppy mummy. The preppy mummy, as you can see here, we have the alligators.
Are you sure they're not crocodiles?
No, no, this is the Izod look here. Yes, this is the preppy mummy here, yes. Covered with the little alligators. Thank you very much, and look very good.
Our next creation?
Our next creation, come on out. This is the punk mummy. The latest in like Devo style, only Egyptian style hat for the punk. And a nice big safety pin. I designed this myself, Creep. And
you did?
You can even pogo in
it's
this.
Kind of piecemeal, huh?
That's right, yes. And you can just put the pin through there, looks real nice. That's fine. You come over here and sit down. Or stand up, don't sit down. And next, come on out. This is the Valley Girl style.
I love this.
Yes, the Valley Girl's very popular. Even a spoon to gag with here.
Oh, gagging with a spoon. A
That's
great
right,
look.
it carries
I like
on.
the
I
sequence.
even designed the spoon itself. Come on back over
and
here,
our
dear.
last creation.
And our last creation, the Disco Mummy.
The Disco
That's
Mummy.
right. You can see him bopping now. This is very good here.
Right.
This is the disco. You can see the mirror balls and the lights here. I designed the lights myself. Yes, the Disco Mummy, one of my
he really
finest
gets down,
creations.
huh?
Yes.
He doesn't unravel when he gets down, though, does
No, no, he doesn't.
I bet you're wondering how I do. I've chosen
It's alive! It's alive! An abnormal brain. I'm used to abnormal brains. Sick minds, too. And one of the sickest and most abnormal was Johnny Higgins, who was Obi-Yo-Yo, an abnormal brain in an abnormal head.
Shock Theater is brought to you tonight by the amazing new orange juice squeezer. Now you can squeeze hundreds of oranges with no skin off your nose or fur off your head.
Get that thing off my head, please.
Oh, Anita Bryant, eat your heart out.
Hey, you know, this stuff tastes pretty
yes,
good, too.
It
I mean, it
does.
squeezes well.
I'm Lester Fern, and I taught the Three Stooges how to dance. I also coached John Revolting up the disco ladder of success. And now you can do all the latest fancy steps with the Les Fern How to Disco Dance booklet. Yours free when you buy my new, easy-to-learn, patented Magic Footprints method. You see, you just follow the easy-to-read instructions, lay out the magic footprints, a few hours of practice, and you'll be out on the dance floor making a fool of yourself in no time at all. You'll learn all the dance steps the in-crowd is doing. In fact, with a little luck and my magic footprints method, anyone can become a member of the in-crowd, even the biggest nerd. You'll even learn dances I invented myself at the famous Les Fern Dance Studios, like the Wazoo Waddle, the Chump Bump, and the Daytown Hustle. So send for your How to Disco Dance booklet now and make the swinging disco scene today.
To order your very own How to Disco Dance booklet, call 111-HYPE or stop at any of the Les Fern Dance Studios in these cities: Dayton, Troy, Cincinnati, Richmond, Middletown, Greenville, Franklin, Hamilton, Lima, Laura, Tip City, Gyp City, Okeana, Pisgah, Rising Sun, Morning Sun, Father and Son, Wixie, Dixie, Quixie, Wacky, Weekie, and Wokey.
Sadly, they say we are going. We will miss your bright eyes and sweet smile. But remember the Red River Valley, and I wish I could remember the words.
I wish I could remember the word.
Let's take it away.
Yes, and this is a scream-along, so feel free to scream with us here. Now he's out there jogging and his heart starts to pound. He loses control and he falls on the ground. He winds up in bed and he screams and begs, 'cause someone's taken off both his legs. And scream, scream again. Ah! Scream, scream again. Ah! If they knock on your doorway, you better not let them in. They kidnap humans just to borrow parts, then they make Superman, that's when the screaming starts. They take your blood, the cold as ice, Christopher Lee and Vincent Price, and scream, scream again. Ah! Scream, scream again. Ah! If they knock on your doorway, you better not let them in.
if Christopher Lee or Vincent Price comes knocking on your door, take my advice. You better do what they say or they'll throw a fit and they'll dissolve your body in an acid pit. And scream, scream again. Ah! Scream, scream again. If they knock on your door, well, you better not let them in. You gonna help me out here now? And it's scream, scream again. And it's scream, scream again. Ah! Scream, scream again. Ah! Scream, scream again. They come knocking on your door, well, you better not let them in.
Fantastic.
Oh, fiends. Only pallbearers could carry tunes like that. We had a lot of music around the old castle on Saturday Night Dead. We had bands on that show that only Duffy the dog could hear the notes they played. Oh, they were bad.
Hey, Mama told me as a child not to stay out late. The doctor in the city bring a nasty pain. Whenever little children stay out late at night, you know there's something out there, baby, make you die of fright. Don't you walk them to the bar and take a different route. Bogeyman will get you if you don't watch out, watch out. Here comes the creeper, watch out. That bogeyman will get you, watch out. Here comes Dr. Creeper, watch out. Bogeyman will get you, watch out. Here Dr. Creepy is the bogeyman. Pay attention now, children, there's a lot to fear. Don't you listen to that music drumming in your ear. He'll catch you off guard if he gets a chance to have your hands start clapping, make your feet start to dance. He'll get you drinking hard liquor till you scream and shout. That boogeyman will get you if you don't watch out, watch out. Boogeyman will get you, watch out. 'Cause here come the creeper, watch out. That boogeyman will get you, watch out. He gonna get you. And Dr. Creeper's a boogeyman, so watch out. Watch out, here come the creeper, watch out. The boogeyman will get you, watch out. Here come the creeper, watch out. Boogeyman will get you, watch out. Dr. Creep is a boogeyman.
Hi, my name's Randy Cheek. I grew up in the middle of nowhere and only got 2 TV channels. One of them was bad and the other one was good because it had Shock Theater with Dr. Creep. 2 things were a big influence on my life. One of them was music, in particular the song Timothy by the Boys. Once I figured out that they were singing about eating a guy who was trapped in a mine shaft, I became a vegetarian and was never able to eat meat. The other thing was the Dr. Creep show, Shock Theater. I grew up on a steady diet of monster movies, and I sort of never got over it. Loved monster movies, and I loved Shock Theater.
The Wolfman is dead. His lifelong search for release from the curse that hounded him through a series of motion pictures made and released during the 1940s came to an end some years back with the death of Lon Chaney Jr. Although he portrayed at least once Dracula, the Frankenstein monster, and the Mummy, he is best remembered for his performance as the Wolfman. No other actor can be identified with the role of Larry Talbot, the man who lived under the sign of the pentagram, for no one else ever played the role. Lon Chaney Jr. was Larry Talbot. His unique talent, which he inherited from his famous father, was the ability to play the part of a monster who, though terrifying, could evoke a certain amount of sympathy from the audience for the creature whose lot in life was not of his own doing. He died not of a silver bullet, nor by a raging flood, nor by the crumbling ruins of a burning castle crashing down about him, but of natural causes on July 12, 1973, at his home in California. There can be no finer tribute to an actor than to have his memory preserved on motion picture film so that succeeding generations may know of whom we speak when we say, perhaps a little sadly, the Wolfman is dead.
It's always a pleasure to have you on the show, Shar. Oh, we've got so many fond memories, but there seems to be an element missing. Kurt McLaughlin, who did my puppets, I wonder what he's up to these days.
Kurt McLaughlin.
Yes.
I remember him. He was such a nice guy. You know, he was a gentleman, but the puppets kept coming on to me.
Yes, I know.
Watch what happens. We're going to take the banana and unlock it. And if everything went as it
This is
should,
a commercial for Tupperware.
there's only one fruit in the banana. Watch. It's the lemon.
The lemon. Wait a minute.
And it matches.
Hey,
It matches.
come in here. Come in, come on. Okay. Take the lemon out. Get her out of here. Goodbye. See you later.
Someone's calling. Hello? You don't say. You don't say. You don't say. Who was it? He didn't say. No reply. Night shades falling. Hear him sigh. Chloe. Where are you, you bat? Empty spaces and meaty eyes. Empty arms outstretched. Please come through the black of night. I got to go where you are.
Whether it's here or whether it's there, I want to be there wherever you are.
If it's wrong, all right. I got to go where you are.
Chloe, what do you know?
I just got back from a vaudeville showing.
I roam through the dismal swampland, searching for you. Cause if you are lost there, let me be there. 3, 4, 1. And through that smoke and flame, I've got to go where you are.
Thunder, lightning, shower, snow. When I hear the call, I gotta go.
For no place can be too far where you are. Ain't no chains can bind you, and if you live, I'll find you. Love is calling me. I got to go where you are. And if you I'm gonna find you, my pretty baby. Love is calling me. Hello? You don't say. You don't say. Who was it? Same guy. I've got to go where you are.
We go to no expense, that's right. We pay scale on this program. And from Atlantic or Atlantis City, here is Octo Reebok.
Hey, Dr. Creep. I am Octo Reebok from Atlantis City. My beat is hip, and my arms are plenty.
Hey, give me 5. Hey, oh, hey. Time now for a fractured Saturday Night Dead fairy tale. And our nursery rhyme for this evening is Little Miss Muffet, one of my favorites. And it goes like this. Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider and...
Hi, my name is Bonnie Lude, and I just flew in from California. Boy, my arms are tired, I'd like you to know that I came all the way into Dayton, Ohio, just to be on the Miss Shock Theater contest. Boy, I want to win that. I've got talent here. I can play the guitar better than anyone in Dayton, Ohio, that's for sure. I'd like to challenge every one of you out there to be in my Miss Shock Theater contest. Ain't got no chance, though.
What? Anchovies again?
Do you feel like you're dragging in the morning? Then pick yourself up with this brand new taste of Tana leaf tea. With each sip, you'll become speechless with each unique blend of herbs and spices from ancient Egypt, prepared by the delicate hands of the high priests of Karnak. So don't drag your feet, try Tana leaf tea today. It's the one with the princess in every box.
Do you like my, totally tubular hairdo? I am so sure. Gag me with a spoon, totally.
You know, one of my favorite spots on Shock Theater was when you did magic, and I understand you have a magic trick for me.
Right. I brought a nostalgic magic trick for you. What do you think lives in magic hats, Dr. Creep?
I don't know. I'll play the devil's advocate here.
Little magic bunny rabbits.
Magic bunny rabbits.
Right. Now, which is the boy and which is the girl?
I don't know.
Well, these are hard questions, aren't
yes,
they?
Yes, they are hard questions.
Yeah, this is
always hard questions.
This is the girl and this is the boy.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I want you to put your hand out just like this.
Just like
That's
that?
good.
Okay, fine.
I'm going to put the girl here.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to take the boy, and I want you to call your rabbit Mrs. Peter Rabbit.
Okay.
My rabbit's Mr. Peter Rabbit. Don't call her yet. Okay. Now, if I take my rabbit and put it in my hand, what rabbit do you have?
Mrs. Peter Rabbit.
And I have?
Mr. Peter Rabbit.
That's very good. Have you done this before?
No, I haven't.
Here, try it again. If I take the rabbit and put it in my hand, what rabbit do you have now?
Mrs. Peter Rabbit.
And I have?
Mr. Peter Rabbit.
Do you notice how quickly you're learning how to tell the rabbits apart? Quick,
yes,
what rabbit? Quick.
That's Mrs. Peter Rabbit. Mr. Peter Rabbit.
Let's go to something harder. Hold on to your rabbit really tight and don't let her go. Now I'm going to reach into the magic hat and get the magic rabbit dust. Have you ever seen that before?
No, I've never seen magic rabbit dust. The rabbit rubber dug. Well, what rabbit
I'm going to sprinkle it over your hand and over mine.
Okay, go ahead.
Did you feel something happen?
There was a jerk.
Well, he's not on the show anymore.
That's true.
Well, okay, you didn't feel my rabbit leave?
No. Ooh, your rabbit did leave.
Yes, do you still have yours?
I hope I do.
Look, Dr. Creep, you've got both rabbits.
Uh-huh.
If you can make the rabbits appear, you can make them vanish. I want you to hold on real tight and don't let them go. And I'm going to reach into the hat and get the magic rabbit dust again, and I'm going to sprinkle it over your hand.
Uh-huh.
Did you feel the rabbits leave? You did?
I didn't feel the rabbits leave, though. No.
But you have to say the magic words. Hold the rabbits right up here where they can hear you.
Okay.
Don't eat them.
I won't eat the rabbits.
Okay, and your sexiest voice, you have to say, Peter Rabbit, go to town. Work on it.
Peter Rabbit, go to town.
That was good. Did you feel the rabbits leave?
No, they're still in my hand, I think.
Could you open your hand and check?
Uh-oh.
Had babies, Dr. Creep.
Oh.
Guess he went to town, didn't he?
Yeah, one way to learn multiplication. Oh, I love you, Char. I really do. We had some great times on Shock Theater.
Not bowling for dollars. Oh, yes. As I said, we have a very special treat. With me is my cousin. Don't we look alike? The magical spell weaver. And what do you have for us today?
Today I have the oldest vampire trick in the world.
And what's that?
Making a bottle change places with a glass, and a glass change places with a bottle.
You're putting me on.
No, it's very difficult, and it took thousands of years of practice.
Martini and Rossi, huh?
Yes, you've heard of it.
A new type of milk,
Right.
Okay.
Vampire milk.
Well, we're going to let you do this trick, but I'm going to split. But I have a friend of mine that's going to keep watch over you. So, hey, Gorsh, come here. Okay. Meet my gigantic monster, Gorsh. So, have at it.
Okay, Gorsh, watch very carefully. The idea is to get the bottle to change places with the glass, right? You use very simple equipment. A bottle, a glass, and 2 tubes. This is tube number 1, and this is tube number 2. You cover the glass up with tube number 1, and you cover the bottle up with tube number 2. Oh, I'm sorry, Gorsh, I have one too many bottles for this trick. Cover the bottle up with tube number 2. Snap your fingers. Now watch very carefully. Let me check. Now the glass is over here, and yes, sure enough, the bottle is over here. That's simply fantastic, isn't it, fiends? The hard part is getting them back. To get them back, you simply say the magic words, shock theater, and now the bottle's back over here, and the glass is back over here. Would you like to see it again? It's a little bit too slow for you, wasn't it? Watch. You cover the glass up with tube number 1, and the bottle up with tube number 2. Snap your fingers, and now the glass is over here, and the bottle is over here. Say the magic words, shock theater, and we're right back where we started. Tell you what, you're confused. I'll do it again. You cover the glass up with tube number 1. Sorry about that, I have one too many bottles for this trick. Cover the glass up with tube number 1 and the bottle up with tube number 2. Snap your fingers, and now the glass is over here and the bottle is over here. But wait a minute, what if you were left-handed? You'd have to cover the glass up. Wait a minute. One too many bottles for this trick. Cover the glass up with tube number 1 and the bottle up with tube number 2. Snap your fingers, and now you'll be right back where you started. Some people say, why don't you just use one tube? Well, to use one tube, you cover the glass up and it will turn into a bottle, and the bottle will turn into a glass. I know what you're thinking, and you're right. I have one too many bottles for this trick. The other way, you'd cover the glass up, it would turn into a bottle, and the bottle would turn into a glass. But also, on this side, I have one too many bottles for this trick. Gorsh, some people never use a glass. They always use a bottle. Other people use 2 bottles. However, I don't like this at all because it makes me very thirsty.
Well,
how do you like that, Dr. Creep?
Great. Did you like it, Gorsh?
Well, we'll let you drink.
Lonely? Finding it hard to fall asleep? How about talking to someone who really understands? He's that big, cuddly monster that's hiding under your bed. Let him tell you a bedtime story that will give you goosebumps and shivers down your trembling spine. Oh, is there a doctor in the house? There will be if you call 1-900-DRCREEP. The doctor is in, and you'll never spend a night alone again.
The death of Bud Abbott on the 24th of April can hardly be ignored by horror movie followers. For Abbott and his chubby little partner, Lou Costello, one of the most popular comedy teams of the 40s and 50s, made a series of slapstick fright frolics in which they were the comic relief to nearly every classic monster to come out of Hollywood. William Bud Abbott was the tall, thin, straight man to Costello from the day they teamed up in 1936 on the vaudeville circuit. They went from vaudeville to radio, and from there to the movies, where they became established as the successors to Laurel and Hardy. They hit their prime in the 40s, and toward the end of that decade came the first of their introductions to their monsters. It was called Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, and in it they also ran afoul of Dracula and the Wolfman. The Frankenstein monster was played by Glenn Strange, Dracula by Bela Lugosi, and the Wolfman by Lon Chaney Jr. All 5 are now gone, as is the protagonist in the next film they made, Abbott and Costello Meet the Killer, Boris Karloff. They also starred in Abbott and Costello Meet Captain Kidd, Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy, Abbott and Costello Meet Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde, and Abbott and Costello Meet the Invisible Man. Their popularity began to diminish somewhat in the mid-50s, and the team split up in 1957. Lou Costello died in March of 1959, and it hit Bud Abbott hard. He swore he'd never have another partner as long as he lived, and he kept that promise. 15 years later, in physical pain and near poverty, Bud Abbott died on April 24th, 1974. Abbott and Costello gave us years of laughter, laughter which can be recaptured through their movies. We give them now our humble thanks.
Following the credits, we have a little surprise.
Good night, creep. Creep. Oh, good night, everybody. Hey, watch your head, creep. Okay, take it away.
Thank you for spending some time with us. Come back again. Bring your friends, if they'll believe the story you tell. I have to go now. It's midnight. Pleasant dreams.
Frightening moments, terrifying confessions, horrifying, fantastic memories. I can't wait to see what I can dig up in our deep, dank, dark dungeon of the castle. Beware, fiends. Beware. The credits are coming. The credits are coming.
Puts you in hey, you guys! That big worse has been there since October 1st. Today is the 23rd of May. So you go to the delicatessen store. Don't buy the liverwurst. Don't buy the liverwurst. Don't buy the liverwurst. It'll make your insides awful sore. Don't buy the liverwurst. Don't buy the liverwurst. Are you all right, Barry? Are you
Memories, memories.